You've been very confident in your place in the division now for a while. But when you see Dana face to face, and did you even have to ask, or did he just say it?
Nah, you just came out with it. I think BT asked me first. I was like, the boss was right there, asked him, and he just said straight up, like, you're 100% next year. You did everything we've asked of you to do, and now you're next. So we'll see.
You still like a fight week like this, first time they've been in London since, obviously you fought on that card, and then you were supposed to headline it.
Headline it, that's it. Yeah.
Do you think about that? I still can't believe that happened, and I missed out on a chance to headline at the O2. Like, is that important to you?
Yeah,
or like,
for sure, 100%. I think that's important to most British guys, to have an opportunity to headline a home crowd. That's one of the goals. Also, as we win the world title, so it is what it is. Like I said, like 3 years ago when I was meant to headline against Woodley, that wasn't my dream, but now here, my next dream is coming up to win the world title, and I'm just here to now support, be a fan, enjoy the moment. It's gonna be crazy, I can't wait.
Yeah, you like some of those things, like like Paddy Pimblett talks about, like we're gonna do something at Anfield someday, And you think about like Wembley Stadium, like the boxing is there, like you even think about those kinds of things, or like with your career, like you just.
Nah, for sure. I definitely think about it. I'm also getting back to Birmingham. That's my main goal, to have like a UFC event in Birmingham. They had one before, about 10 years ago. Yeah. Well, I'd love to bring them back now and beat Usman, get it belt and capture the belt. Yeah. Bring it back to Birmingham, defend it in Birmingham. That's one of my main goal and dream that I'm pushing towards.
Well, and that would be amazing too, because Birmingham, and a lot of guys have stories about where you're from. You have roots there. You have support system there and everything. Like I've read that you go back to like your high school. You talk to the kids there. Just the gang kind of life that you came from. Like the way to being able to inspire people by defending the world championship in Birmingham would probably be pretty meaningful. Yeah,
exactly. That'll show a lot of kids that it's not where you start, it's where you finish. I think it also gives them like a blueprint as to how to follow it to have success. Guys that involved in MMA or even not involved in MMA, just see how I've changed my life completely from what I was, and to this day, I still feel like it's two different lives I've lived, and I'm just enjoying the process of it.
And you still live in Birmingham?
Yeah, I still live there with all my family and friends. And train in Birmingham, everything.
You bought a house there not too long ago, right?
Yeah, I got a house in Birmingham. Like that's home for now, and I'm enjoying it.
It's funny because, I was asking your manager, Tim, how far away is Birmingham? It's like, it's like an hour and a half train ride, Yeah. But then he goes, but it's not worth it. It's just a great town.
Birmingham's actually the second city for the UK, but we don't get the love. Like, for me, I like Manchester as well, That's like a good city. But yeah, I love it. I enjoy you can go to like Vegas, other places, and come back to like home, and it's quiet. The traffic ain't as bad. It's like half an hour to get to where you want to get to, 45 minutes max. Like as in London, it's like an hour to do 2 miles. So I like where I live, and I grew up there.
Yeah, and I like the way you put it, that you've almost lived like 2 lives here.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that as like, I knew I was going to see you in London, and it was like, man, you have so many good memories here, like winning a BAMMA title to help you get into the UFC, obviously fighting in the O2. Yeah. But then, in your prior life, like your father was killed in this city.
Exactly.
Is that? Do you like feel that like both sides of that, like whenever you're in London?
Sometimes I used to come when I was younger. When I used to visit London when I was younger, but I've kind of like made my peace with it, and otherwise, it weigh a ton on you if every time you come to London, it's like a negative effect on you, But like I said, my dad was murdered in the city, and that's why I was so excited to headline London, to see just the life that my family has led, from selling drugs to being murdered in London to now his son is now headlining in London. That would have been amazing, So, like I said, one day it's gonna happen, and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I remember your mom wanted to open a restaurant here, right? Has she done that?
Yeah, in Birmingham, not in Birmingham. So not yet. We're still looking for like premises to put it. Because of COVID, it's been like difficult to find like a good spot to put it. But that's something I'll probably get done this year, probably. Yeah. But yeah, that's our dream. So I'm gonna give it to her,
Yeah,
for sure.
is this like just a long camp kind of for you? I mean, how are you trying? Like, you don't have a date yet.
No, exactly. It's like one of these things. Like, you ain't got a date. You got to like stay. You can't overdo it. You don't know whether or not they might move the date forward or backwards. You never know. So I'm training towards International Fight Week. With me and my team working towards that. We've got the opponent in mind. But as long as we've got the opponent in mind, we can work towards it. Like, I'm always in shape anyway. I'm always in the gym every day. Like at least 6 days a week. So I always keep ticking over until I actually get the contract signed and we can move on from there. Yeah.
You find yourself like thinking about Kamaru like on a pretty daily basis now that you know that you're going to fight the guy?
I've been thinking about him from my last loss, to be honest with you. Like I said, he was the last guy to beat me 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I think it was. Yeah. So 100%, he's always been in my thoughts. I always hate losing, and he was the last guy to make me feel that, and I cannot wait for revenge, to now go back, not lost since that last fight, and to have an opportunity now to go back and get it all in one, get the revenge, get the bout, and beat the number 1 pound for pound. Yep. It's going to be an incredible night,
That first loss to Kamaru actually inspired you to make some changes, right? Like you made some changes in your camp or your preparations after that fight?
100%, defo. When I first fought Kamaru, like in the UK, there was a thing where like you get to like a level like you have to go to America to improve yourself. You have to move out. You can't get to top 10 or top 15 from the UK, Yeah. So I kind of started listening to the olders that's in my gym, and I went to AKA for that camp against Usman, and I just didn't feel comfortable, I weren't doing what I needed to do to win. I was more worrying about what Usman going to do to me, which is the wrestling part of it, and I kind of went into the fight with like a negative mind, like a defensive mindset. I was more worrying about what he's going to do more than what I need to do to him, and since then I've came back to the UK, restructured my camp. I haven't lost since, and I've stuck back to my first team with that. I didn't lose the fight before with him, so I thought I'll just go back with him and stick it out.
When they booked you against Kamaru the first time, is that a fight that you you wanted, or did you kind of foresee that you guys would be kind of the top two guys for the years to come? Like, did you see him in that way? Did you see yourself in that way at that time?
I see myself in that way, but I didn't know who he was back then. We both new in the promotion, so it weren't like just like a pure wrestler right back then. So it's like I didn't really focus how far he was going to go. I know I was heading towards the top, and he was a guy that was up and coming like me, and that was it.
Do you remember, like, can you really remember or put much emphasis on, like, do you remember like how strong he was? Like, do you remember like when you tied up with him, like how it felt, or like the power that he had? Like, do you remember those types of things when you fought somebody?
Yeah, but I don't remember him being like super strong, I just remember my technical. I started with technique. I didn't have the technique to defend what he was doing. I didn't understand it then. Because back then I just thought my striking could get me to the top, which it wasn't at one point. It was working at one point. I didn't go off leaving the fight thinking, this guy's super strong, or he wasn't. And I know what I did wrong. I know exactly what I did wrong, what I needed to fix, and that's what I went back and fixed. And got stuck into the wrestling, to the jiu-jitsu, and just keep improving. I always say, like, I don't need to be the best wrestler in the world, the best jiu-jitsu player in the world, the best striker in the world. I'm going to be the best MMA fighter in the world, and that's it. Yeah. I'll focus on being the best MMA fighter in the world, and I'll show that come fight night.
This fight is happening. Do you find it like almost annoying, or like that he keeps talking about Canelo? Like,
yeah.
See, what do you think when you see those clips?
I was laughing. You could tell, like, like you just start learning striking, you start like having success. You think you're like the hardest guy ever, and I think that's what he's going through right now. Is getting the good knockouts, and that's probably what it is. He's getting some good knockouts now, and he's feeling himself with his hands. So he's calling like Canelo. He gets smoked, I don't think. I think boxing is boxing, MMA is MMA. Like, if he goes boxing, Canelo spank him all day, vice versa. Yeah. Canelo go MMA, Usman beats him all day. It's just two different sports, and it's too easy to hit to fight Canelo as well,
Yeah. Well, it is clearly it's two different sports, and like I'll say this, I hope Kamaru doesn't get angry with me. I have a good relationship with Kamaru, but he can't be calling for a fight with the #1 pound-for-pound boxer in the world and then just take you down the whole time when you guys fight, right? I mean, you can't do that.
That's what he said, right? He says in the comments, just do pure wrestling, you know. And I hope he does. You know. And it's going to be an amazing fight. Like I said, I'm training to be the best MMA fighter in the world. So if you come to wrestle, come do what the fuck you want. I don't care. Yeah. I'm coming to win, and that's it. And I'll be victorious.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll have much to say on this, but your guy Jorge, you know, I mean, we are in London. That's where he, you know, you guys had your little incident, and then supposed to fight in December. He ends up fighting Colby. What was it, a couple weeks ago? Yeah. Did you watch it? What'd you think of it? Like,
I watched all welterweight fights, and I think he played out just the way I thought it would play out. Masvidal come out, he try his best for like 2 or 3 minutes. If it doesn't go his way, then he's going to settle into losing, you know, and that's exactly what he did. He always does it. If he doesn't get success in the first 2 to 3 minutes, he will settle into a pattern where he was close through the fight to lose, you know. And I didn't thought it was. He had a good, like, was it 2019? He knocked out Darren Till, or 18?
That was 19.
Yeah,
19.
He had like a good year, and he kind of let him ride that wave, you know. And it is what it is.
Yeah. I've asked you this before, but you know, when you watch him in that fight against Colby, and then you look at him now, you think that's a guy I'm going to fight someday, or you think it's just like that's just some guy, man? We're never going to see each other again.
Like I said, I think my career is going like this, and his is going like that, you know. So we're kind of like he's on like a 3-fight losing streak right now, I think. Yeah. And so I don't know. I might win the bout and be like, you know what? Let me fight Jorge let's defend against Jorge, you know, and that'd be a big pay-per-view and just spank him there. So. We'll see.
Were you impressed with Colby? It seemed like a lot of people were. Yeah. Watching that, and even though you kind of expected it with the matchup that he had with Jorge, were you impressed?
Colby just did what he does, you know. This is exactly how he fights, and everything that you could have done wrong, Masvidal did wrong. You know what I mean? So Colby looked better than what he is. Because everything you need to do to beat Colby, Masvidal didn't do none of it. You know, Colby only shoots takedown against the cage. He just stays on the cage, just kept taking him down, and. I don't know. I think it's there for it looked like he was there for the payday, Masvidal. You know, he weren't, like I said, come out fast, and that was it.
So when you go in and you beat Kamaru and you win the championship, we've seen like some really cool things, like Charles Oliveira taking the belt back to Brazil, obviously like Ngannou, and Kamaru take the belt back to Africa. Would you ever take the belt back to Jamaica?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That's not like when I'm in bed, like thinking about winning world titles. That's like the first thing I'm doing. I was going back to Jamaica. Back to where I grew up, that little wooden shack in that area, and just showing the kids like how far I've came, you know. And like, it's like this is what fuels me. Like when I'm tired, I can't when I'm like down because opportunities are passing, like some getting passed by. Like this is what motivates me, you know. Like one day that's gonna happen, you know, and that's what fuels me.
Is that like would that be dangerous to do? Like to go?
Nah. I'm good. I'm good where I'm from, bro. I'm good where I'm from, and I'll probably have security anyway, you know. But. I just want to do it not just for me, just for everyone coming from the circumstances I come from, you know, from nothing really, you know, and to show them like what I've achieved and what I've done, and try to give back. I'd love to like open like an MMA gym as well in Jamaica, because there's a lot of talented athletes in Jamaica. If they ain't got the opportunity or the facilities or the money to train or to do it, you know, so I'd like to open like a free gym. Just come and train and improve. Yeah.
Has that area improved at all? Because I remember like the way you described it is like you literally couldn't leave your street, like because like there was like just streets against streets. Is it still like that, or has it improved?
I don't think it's as bad from what I heard. I don't think it's as bad. I think they still got like little things going on, but not as bad. Like when I was young, it was like bad, you know. It was like literally a street versus a street, which is like next door. Yeah. But I don't think it's as bad right now. And when you're a kid, like it's just like normal life. You don't really think much of it. Like now looking back in it, was like a wild childhood, you know. But from where like how my son's growing up now, it's like 2 different lives. But as a kid, it's like it's normal. You hear like gunfire, gunshots. You like get behind a wall or something. Yeah. Wait for it to calm down. You're back out playing again. It's just like life. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Do you think like when you're a champion that part of what being a champion will be is like telling that story and talking about your youth and like really like people are going to have obviously a heightened interest in you like once you're a champion. You got a lot. I'm sure you have a lot of stories to tell about
100%.
your life and even coming over here to Birmingham. Like, is that kind of a process that you're expecting and like are you looking forward to it, dreading it?
Not looking forward to it. At the start, I didn't like talking about my life, and I didn't like talking about like what I've been through. I thought it was like a normal life, but like the more I tell the story, and like I said to my manager and stuff, he's like, "What?" He's like, "I can't believe what I've been through," But like to me, it was just like a normal upbringing. I was like one of the better off because my dad was like the leader of the gang and selling drugs. So I had like the bikes and the PS1s, and I had like what I mean. Other kids had fuck all, so it's like it was alright.
Well, I can't wait, man. I mean, I've been waiting for the title fight for a long time, and I can't wait for it. I can only imagine.
I can't wait. My team can't wait. My family can't wait. It's a well-deserved title shot that I've earned years ago, and now here we are. Has it crossed your mind at all that it's like, of course, when it's my turn to fight Kamaru, this guy has been very active champion, really great, and now he's got this injury that has like no time frame for recovery. Yeah, exactly. Just my luck. Like I said, I just roll with the punches and do what I'm doing and keep focused, like what I've been doing for the last 2-3 years, and it always works out in my favor, so it's all good. Well, we'll see you this summer, man. Thanks for taking time with us in London. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.